positive. I would just ask that the gentleman that made that comment think about what the EU27 might currently think about the United Kingdom, about our antics or inability even to negotiate anything relative to a Brexit deal. So what is in... Of course.
I had a chat with President Juncker and various other people in the European Parliament, and they actually are as much interested in having an independent Scotland as they are of having an independent Catalonia in the European Union. The European Union do not want to balkanise the United Kingdom or anywhere else. So they have no interest whatsoever in Scotland becoming a part of the European Union. It is nonsense to suggest otherwise, and President Juncker only saw Nicola Sturgeon as a matter of, as you see any of the Prime Minister of the German Länder. He did not do any business with her, and there will be no deal for Scotland. And if we did, a remote circumstance, if we did a deal, we would have to go in without all the tax rebates. So it would be a disaster for Scotland, and we'd also have to have the extreme austerity in order to get the Scottish National Party catastrophic economy under control. And you keep on talking about austerity. You'd have austerity max if you were in the European Union on your own.
Well, I'm grateful to the mini speech after having had to reply.
I'd like to respond to that. The pound falling has actually been good for Britain. It makes our exports better. What could be better about that? The currencies go up and down. The problem with the currency for Scotland is there wasn't one. Was it bobbies? Was it throttly bits? Who knows what they were going to use? Wampum, perhaps. But the long and the short of it is there was no solution to that, and there is no solution. And if they did have independence from the EU, they would have an enormous problem, because the EU would come down in like a ton of bricks and make them have austerity max. And Sturgeon forever bleating about austerity. She wouldn't like it. I don't know about Tasmania. She used to be a Tory, so maybe she'd be keen on that. But the salmon would not, and his successor would not be in favour of austerity max.
And there is, I think there's a right reply from
the Leave campaign provide. How many pages have they yet to provide now they've had 18 months to do so? Okay? The Scottish people were provided with a way in which to make that decision. Whether or not they weighed that right, whether or not the information in itself was right, we have shown now that it's acceptable to do major constitutional change on the basis of no pages of anything. So either that's useful, in which case you should be grateful for it, or it's not required, in which case we should proceed either way.
One of the reasons the Scots voted to remain against Brexit was because the Scottish National Party and government spent an absolute fortune of taxpayers' money trying to persuade them to do that. More than happened in the rest of the UK. And the same happened with this white paper. It was a lot of nonsense. And as for promises, the Conservative Party may have made promises, but UKIP most certainly did not.